Hi, friends. So today I kind of wanted to talk about reading these situations when communicating with people more than usual because of the position I'm in. What made me think about this today was when I was having conversation with some coworkers, and the topic came to something about the company, and some members became very hesitant or very careful with the wording when speaking with me. Um, I tried to be open and let them know, like, it's okay. I don't care what your opinions are. But then, another person mentioned, like, oh, maybe we should do this over drinks after when, we could go out again. Uh, and I guess in Japanese culture, not just Japanese culture, but there's a word in Japanese culture called nominication, which is a mix of words of nomu, to drink, and communication matched together, nominication. Uh, and it kind of, after work, people drink and they take advantage of being drunk as an excuse for kind of opening up and speaking their mind more. Because in the office, it can be very serious and hierarchical, and very kind of, everyone has this barrier, and people don't really say their opinions openly per se. I think part of that also might have to do with the community oriented culture where everyone needs to kind of stick together and not stick out, and having your own opinion and speaking out about it is a way to stick out. That could be another topic I talk about in the future, but anyways, so that kind of incident made me think about how I may need to read into people's words or nonverbal cues in the future when I guess when get to get to a higher position. I mean, right now, of course, I'm everyone's treating me as normally as they can as a regular employee, and so I don't think there's gonna be too many situations where they're holding back on me, per se. And the other thing is, I've only been here 2 weeks, so of course, people aren't gonna be all open and speak openly to me. Um, some people need more time, especially in that kind of culture that I'm working in, where it's all about the outer kind of, I don't want to say performance, but the behavior that is required to be shown due to the hierarchical culture. It makes it, I think, that much harder for people to open up in general, too. Of course, there are people who just are more private, which is fine too. It doesn't even have to be for any special reason. But yeah, I guess part of it, I think, was because I got used to my previous job where my coworkers and friends there spoke really open to me, but a lot of that also had to do with the fact that I took my time to create that relationship to get them to open up to me with some people. And also, people knew me to be really open and non-judgmental, so they weren't afraid to speak to me. But that was after getting to know me, and people don't really know me yet here, and it's definitely kind of hard to create time for people to get to know me, I think. But here, because of just the culture, but it's okay. I'll get there. I got plenty of time. Um, but yeah, I just want to make sure that I keep myself in check and remember that the way people communicate with me may be different, especially in the future, especially because of the kind of culture that I'm working in right now. And I think that because of the type of people that I've seen so far here, they're very kind. So when they're holding back, I feel like a lot of the time they're going to be holding back because they don't want to hurt my feelings, or because they don't want to, what they would think is, burden me with their issues. But I would ideally like to be someone who is able to kind of be able to support and listen uh, openly without judging, and just listen to what people want to say truthfully. I mean, personally, it's important to me. And of course, I won't be able to do it to every single person all the time. But when I do notice, and when I feel it especially necessary, want to be able to get them to open up, or to be able to realize that they're kind of holding back, and get them to speak to me. Um, like the situation that happened today, it was pretty obvious. So that's why I noticed. But some people may be really good at hiding it. I feel like I may have met some people already who've been working here in this kind of culture for 30 years. So they've been like kind of trained to not show personal emotions or whatever. Kind of like it was very military-esque. I don't know, maybe that's not a good thing to say. I mean, people in the military are emotional too. I'm sure there's people in there who normally show emotions, but uh, anyways, uh, yeah. So, and the other point I wanted to make was that sometimes people aren't aware themselves that they're doing it, that they're keeping things in to themselves, or not speaking up, and they just don't realize it themselves. So I would like to be that person who also noticed that, and if necessary, get them to talk, uh, if they feel like it, of course. But yeah, people, I mean, I find it interesting how a culture can really instill a sort of behavior or mentality in people, to the point where they don't even realize that they're doing it. And I see that in all different aspects within this culture I work in right now. But um, I guess one of my goals in the future is to kind of get people to self-reflect and become more self-aware in that aspects, uh, which may also help from the other end in regards to the communication, where they'll feel confident enough, and I would have created a culture that they could feel safe enough to speak up without me having to kind of pull it out of them, or not pull it, well, uh, you know, let them know that it's okay to speak up. Anyways, I got lots to do. And I definitely want to work on myself too. And so, yeah, this is one of the things I could work on myself with. And I think that's all I'll say for now. TGIF, so happy. And yeah, for everyone listening, thanks as always. I'll catch you guys up again another time. Cheers.